then you should call us immediately because you may be entitled to significant cash compensation. Call us at 800-515-8809. Our experienced attorneys will fight to get you the compensation you deserve, and you pay nothing unless we get a recovery in your favor. Time is limited to file the claim, so call us now, 800-515-8809. Operators are standing by 24/7, so don't wait. 800-515-8809. That's 800-515-8809. Again, 800-515-8809.
Solving mysteries is hard. Streaming them isn't. This mystery month on BritBox, stream the best selection of British mysteries, including the newest seasons of Oyster, Silent Witness, Father Brown, Vera, and more. Stream with a free trial now at BritBox.com.
We're checking AccuWeather as we get ready for another summer weekend. Warm and humid conditions once again today. We have sunshine. Can't rule out a thunderstorm later on in the day or this evening. We're pretty much at the high right now. We're at 86. Maybe we'll get up to 87. Cloudy and humid tonight, and more warmth and humidity tomorrow with a high of 86. Good afternoon. I'm Bud Mishkin. Winds mean time at the tone, 2:30.
Good afternoon. I'm Lori Madden. Tragedy on Long Island, where a Selden teenager collapsed on the football field during practice. Teammates of 17-year-old Robert Bush came to Stony Brook Children's Hospital as Bush's family prepares to say goodbye to the fun, hard-working varsity football player from Selden, who, for reasons not yet known, collapsed from a cardiac incident while practicing. His brother, Stephen, tells me,
when something like this happens, it's not happening in the order that you expect things to happen in your life. I mean, it's been a struggle for my father to look at him and say, that's my boy, and I wish I could take his place.
Bush, who is one of 10 children, is currently on life support and has no brain function. His family is planning to donate the teenager's organs.
Knowing that he has the opportunity to potentially save other lives it's still somber, but it's definitely making us all smile.
Sophia Hall, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM in Suffolk County, Long Island. Wednesday time, 2:31. Time now for traffic and transit with Greg Rice.
Good afternoon, Lori. The RFK Bridge right now, it is just getting worse. RFK Bridge, Manhattan and Bronx bound. You got a couple of lanes out because of an accident. Queens bound, we're getting word of some lanes being shut down, and we're getting word from some callers that they've got all lanes closed either way on the RFK Bridge because of this crash. Don't bother trying to find out. Clearview, Throgsneck combo either way. That's the easiest way across the Upper East. Again, RFK Bridge reportedly shut down either way as they deal with the crash at top Randall's Island. Citybound George, 40 up, 30 down. Nothing great getting out of town. West side leaves bad if you've got to choose. Lincoln Tunnel, we're looking at about 15 either way. 45 at the outbound Holland. Outbound covered roadway, inbound Skyway. Both are starting to slow, and it's already been slow on the Newark Bay extension across the Newark Bay Bridge. You can see the smoke and the ongoing fire activity down below at Port Newark. With that cargo ship fire, that's what's led to these backups the last couple of days on the Newark Bay Bridge on the New Jersey Turnpike Newark Bay extension. Traffic is sponsored by Cars.com. Whether you're looking for the perfect summer road trip car or something you can zip around in, visit Cars.com today. They have over 2 million cars for your 2 million summer possibilities. Head to Cars.com and check out the possibilities. Cars.com, where to next? I'm Greg Rice, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
That's the AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Here is meteorologist John Pierce.
Let's continue to keep an eye on what's off the radar here this afternoon. There is going to be a couple of thunderstorms drifting in from the west here, but a lot of places probably going to end up rain-free. But a thunderstorm in a few spots, especially across portions of New Jersey, up into the Hudson Valley late this afternoon, this evening. The warm and sticky tonight, the low only 74. Warm and humid for tomorrow. Clouds and sun again. A pop-up thunderstorm in the afternoon and evening. We're up to 86. And then not quite as warm, but it's going to be humid Sunday, and we're going to have more widespread showers and storms, especially in the afternoon and evening. Storms capable of producing flash flooding, isolated damaging wind gusts up into the low 80s on Sunday. Humid Monday, a few showers and a thunderstorm. We're up to 82. Right now, Central Park 86 with sunshine, and we'll top out at 87 this afternoon in Midtown. AccuWeather meteorologist John Fierick on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Have you seen how much Mega Millions and Powerball are? Jackpocket lets you order your favorite official state lottery games on your phone. Use code radio for a free ticket with your first play. 18 or older, gambling problem? In New York, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLE. See jackpocket.com/TOS for terms.
Wednesday time, 2:33. The end of the pandemic brought an immediate spike in greenhouse gas emissions, but those numbers are now coming down.
Carbon emissions fell by 5% in the U.S. in the first half of the year, nearly triple the average decline from 2017 to 2021. More energy was produced by renewable sources than coal-fired power. A mild winter likely contributed to this drop in emissions. These numbers come from Carbon Monitor, an academic monitoring group which found that while emissions from China and India increased, they were mostly offset by the reductions from the U.S. and Europe. Brian Clark, ABC News.
If you bought a portable cell phone charger sold exclusively by Amazon, it might be under a new recall after a fire erupted in one of the devices on a plane.
190,000 of the chargers are being recalled over worry they'll catch fire. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says one caught fire and resulted in 4 flight attendants going to a hospital for smoke inhalation. The chargers have been sold exclusively on Amazon for $30 to $40. They're black external battery chargers that plug into the wall. They've got built-in cables to plug into a phone. They're by a company called DRURC, model number ODB7. Customers are told to immediately stop using the chargers and to contact Amazon. Alex Stone, ABC News.
With Nissan 235, new research is suggesting a certain health check for older women.
Women older than 65 should potentially be tested for HPV, even if they've never been checked before. That's the conclusion of a study out of Denmark, which finds the test could help with the early detection of precancerous lesions. Currently in the U.S., the CDC recommends doctors only test women under age 30 for HPV, a virus known to cause cervical cancer.
That's correspondent Bradley Blackbird. Nice day to head to Rockaway Beach, and musician and magician Adam Cardone says it's a nice day to sign a petition naming a new amphitheater on the boardwalk, the Rockaway Beach Ramones Amphitheater.
First of all, the Ramones are from Queens, and this is in Queens. So we got that. They also wrote the theme song for Rockaway Beach, which is more famous than this area, Rockaway Beach.
Cardone, who's in a Ramones tribute band called the Rambones, says he appeared before Community Board 14 to suggest the idea. He says it seemed to get a receptive response. His petition is posted on change.org. 86 degrees now, sunny. Again, nice day to head to Rockaway Beach. We're going down to 72 degrees tonight. Winds inside 236. New lyrics in a new Taylor's version today. 10-10 Wins Entertainment is next.
I'm coming up to the bar. I learned about the relation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go, starting to fret, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Price.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and pay back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop our collections, settle your delinquent tax problems, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-810-3588. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-810-3588. 800-810-3588. 800-810-3588. Wednesday time at 2:38 now. Children with entertainment. That's matches, not mattress. Speak Now, Taylor's version has arrived, and Taylor Swift's re-recording of the album includes some new lyrics for the track Better Than Revenge, a lyric that she apparently didn't think dated well since its original release back in 2010. Our reality star is putting on her dancing shoes. You got a little bit of money, a little bar, a little band, and this girl is going to act like enamored with you, like, gas you up. Ariana Madix of Vanderpump Rules is joining the cast of Dancing with the Stars. Other Dancing cast members are yet to be announced, but the reality star will be filming both at the same time this summer. Wind change time 2:39.
You are hurt at work, or if you suffer an injury or medical condition, you may be entitled to workers' compensation benefits, including medical coverage for your injury or illness and payment for lost wages. And if you worked before but can't anymore because of an injury or disability, job-related or not, you may be entitled to both money and medical insurance from the Social Security Administration. At the law offices of Samuel B. Flatt, located at 14717 Union Turnpike in Flushing, I represent the injured and disabled in workers' compensation and Social Security disability cases. I'm here to help. Call me at 718-544-2767. Again, that's 718-544-2767. The consultation is free and there's no fee unless your claim is successful. Remember, the insurance companies and the Social Security Administration employers working for them and against you. You should have someone on your side. Get the help you need. Call 718-544-2767. That's 718-544-2767. I'm here to help you.
All news all the time. Now on 92.3 FM.
The news watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. 86 degrees at 2:40. I'm Lori Madden, and here's what's happening. The cargo ship fire that killed 2 Newark firefighters could burn for days, prolonging the investigation into what caused that blaze. More shark drones are on the way for Long Island after the recent fight attack. 2 teenage swimmers are rescued miles offshore in Long Island Sound after they became separated from their disabled boat. The Biden administration will provide cluster munitions to Ukraine despite pleas not to do so from the U.S. What happens in Vegas winds up on surveillance video, which is showing a different version of events involving Britney and Wendy. And an update on Wall Street so far. 1010 and Jackie Weather says we could see a thunderstorm early this evening, otherwise cloudy and humid. A warm and sticky weekend with some pop-up thunderstorms. With news on 2:41. Time now for traffic and transit with Greg Rice.
Now, Lori, MTA Bridge and some people did their thing. They closed the RFK, they got rid of the crashes, and they threw the green flag. So the RFK's been reopened either way. But earlier crashes certainly made extension to ride out of Queens, eastbound B3MS to Queens Boulevard, westbound Grand Central, awful to the RFK from LaGuardia Airport. You also don't want the northbound Van Wyck Whitestone combination that's jammed up from the LI to the Whitestone Bridge. Your winter out of Queens up to the Bronx and Clearview drive that combination. Here's what you need to know about the bridges. Tunnel City down Georgia, they get rid of the midday work, 45 up, 30 down. Nothing easy out west side of the east end. Lincoln Tunnel's about 15 to 20 up from 11, better from 9. Inbound Lincoln Tunnel going to run you about 10 to 15. Holland Tunnel, you got about a 10-minute run on the inbound skyway. Outbound Tunnel going down a bit of a mess too, but that's all better than dealing with the Newark Bay extension and slow across the Newark Bay Bridge either way. You can see the smoke and the fire department activity down below at Fort Newark with that ongoing shipping fire, but that's why you're going to want to get on the side of the railway combo. It's just out of Lower Manhattan. Holland is going to want you 45 to 60 minutes. I'm Greg Rice.
The Coast Guard says the cause of the cargo ship fire that killed 2 Newark firefighters won't be known until that fire is out. But it's still burning and will be for a while.
Cargo ship fire could burn for days. There's simply too much heat in that giant steel box. Gordon Lawrenson is a marine specialist overseeing the operation.
The best solution is to pull the vessel from the perimeter using the fire boat. The water going on the vessel is a concern because it does sometimes cause a lift in the vessel, and we monitor that, and we can reduce that by pumping the water off.
Air and water are being monitored for pollutants. The port is adjusting to keep commerce rolling. Regarding the investigation into the fire and the deaths of 2 Newark firefighters, there are many questions about hose size, training, and response protocols. Port Director Beth Ruth.
We do not have a fire department within the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey.
Going forward, she says everything is on the table for consideration. Sean Adams, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM at Fort Newark.
With news on 2:43, a deadly incident involving a shoplifting suspect results in murder charges.
Security guard Scotty Enroe has been charged with murder after stabbing a shoplifter who assaulted him. This occurred at a CVS store in Times Square. Speaking to people in the area, this man said shoplifting is causing all kinds of problems.
Everywhere, not just here. I mean, California especially, but it's scary.
One person wondered whether the security guard needed to be armed, but this man thought he had every right to protect himself.
So what are we talking about here? I mean, this mayor, this district attorney, they're out of their minds. What should I do?
Julia Papa, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
With Nissan 244, a Queens man has become the fourth suspect charged in connection with a string of jewelry store burglaries in Nassau County in the spring. Police say 31-year-old Quayshawn Kennedy was taken into custody yesterday. 3 others were previously arrested. The stores targeted were in Plainview and Levittown. A Queens man has been charged with DWI and vehicular manslaughter in connection with yesterday's deadly crash in Richmond Hill that killed a New York City Department of Environmental Protection worker. Police say 24-year-old Eric Prasad was behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz C300 when it slammed into a DEP truck, causing it to flip over on Atlantic Avenue and Lefferts Boulevard. A 38-year-old male passenger who has not been publicly identified was ejected and pinned by that truck, later dying. The 40-year-old driver of the truck suffered minor injuries. Police say Prasad's blood alcohol level was above .08. Wednesday time 2:45.
Mets baseball is in full swing. Goodbye! Viva Alonso, that bat is wide awake. With the free Odyssey app, local fans can listen live all summer long, whether you're at the grill or at the pool. Mets baseball, Mets announcers, streaming live on the free Odyssey app. AUDACY. Get in the game and download it today.
Not all water heaters are made equally. Some can be temperamental. Some can be unreliable. And don't even think about what happens if you have neighbors downstairs. Why is it raining inside my apartment? Not with a Navien tankless water heater. You'll never run out of hot water. You only heat water when you need it, saving you tons in utility costs. Navien tankless water heaters. Visit tanklessmadesimple.com to learn more.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib. So I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer. Your home is the place where you know your loved ones are secure. But the things that keep your home protected can't keep pests at bay. That's where RAID comes in. For 60 years, RAID scientists have worked to protect people around the world. With trusted research, ingredients, testing standards, and product efficacy, RAID seeks to create a better future for all. Especially the ones you love most. RAID. Protection for all.
Wednesday time 2:47. Governor Hochul says dozens of new shark monitoring drones are being deployed to Long Island this summer.
People had to get out of the water off Robert Moses Field by Thursday afternoon when a 10-foot shark was spotted near the beach. This was one of the 5 locations where a person was bitten by a shark this week. Suffolk County Executive Chief Malone tells me there will definitely be more shark sightings near beaches off of Long Island, so is adding 2 more drones to help look for sharks in the water.
So beaches are very important to us, and the summer season is very important to us. So we want to reassure residents that every measure and reasonably that can be taken is being done to keep people safe. We don't think there's any significant danger here. We believe these incidents are incidental.
The drones cost $47,000 each, and along with drones, officers are in helicopters and lifeguards on jet skis to help look for sharks in the water off of Long Island. Sophia Hall, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in Suffolk County, Long Island.
2 teenagers who got into trouble in the water, not because of sharks, were rescued several miles offshore from Cushock, Long Island. The Cushock Fire Department said they got a call of a disabled boat that was adrift while 2 of its passengers who were swimming became separated from the boat in Long Island Sound. Emergency responders said one team was located 2 miles offshore and was exhausted when they found her. She did not have a personal flotation device. She had been treading water in Long Island Sound. The other teen, a male, also described as exhausted, was found 4 miles offshore. They're going to be okay. Both later refused medical attention. Wind Nissan 249. The white gunman who carried out the racist shooting massacre at a Texas Walmart was sentenced today.
Patrick Crusius pleaded guilty to 90 federal charges that included hate crimes and firearms offenses, and for that he's been handed 90 consecutive life sentences. Federal prosecutors declined to seek the death penalty for the man who killed 23 people in the August 3rd, 2019 massacre, not so for the El Paso County District Attorney. In fact, DA Bill Hicks has promised that he will work to convict Patrick Crusius of state charges and then send him to Texas death row. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Dallas.
The Biden administration will provide cluster munitions to Ukraine as part of a new $800 million military aid package, even though the United Nations has been urging the countries to avoid using such weapons due to concerns that the bombs can cause civilian casualties. The Pentagon says it will provide munitions with a reduced dud rate. That means fewer unexploded rounds that can result in unintended deaths. Cluster bombs open in the air to hit multiple targets at once. Meanwhile, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is urging NATO to let him in.
Speaking in Prague, the Ukrainian leader says he wants to be invited to join. Thinks now is the right time to show the unity and bravery of the alliance. We need to send a clear signal, he adds, that this is a turning point for us. But the Czech president counters any such talks cannot happen until after the war is over. Few NATO citizens would support spilling their own blood for Ukraine, which could happen if Kyiv were to join now. Tom Rivers, ABC News at the Foreign Desk.
Was Wemby security really that toxic to Brittany? New chapter for you this afternoon. We'll have more on that in just a moment. Wednesday time, 2:51. Time now for traffic and transit with Greg Wright.
Now a bit of a circus right now on the New Jersey Turnpike, Lori. We're looking at all sorts of trouble through Carteret. The northbound New Jersey Turnpike, the southbound New Jersey Turnpike, car lanes and truck lanes, all of it's bad. Here's why. There's a southbound truck fire right now, and the truck